Independent musicians often struggle to create visually captivating content around their music. Today, I'm going to be suggesting 6 ways that independent musicians can improve their social media content using a graphic design platform called Canva. My name is Michael from GRNDXAGENCY, and we teach independent musicians how to attract, grow, and monetize their music using paid marketing. First of all, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you click the subscribe button on our channel, GRNDXAGENCY. Type that into YouTube. If you haven't already turned on the notification bell, please do that because it allows you to be kept up to date every time we drop one of our videos, so you don't miss out on any of this valuable content that's going to help you market your music and understand the tips and tricks in marketing your music to a wider audience. So the first question that you may have is, what is Canva? So I'm going to break that down. Right now you can see we've typed into Google, what is Canva? And as it says, Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and other visual content. It's a free graphic design tool that allows you to pretty much leverage the content that you're creating around your music so that you can create visuals that are captivating and display them across social media. So in my opinion, this is something that every independent musician or producer needs to be using on the projects that they're releasing. You know, rather than just dropping a video and then one piece of graphical content to complement that track, and you use that same visual content to promote your track, what you need to be doing is figuring out ways that you can, leverage your content across social media by creating a diverse range of content for different social media platforms so that you make sure your track is visually appealing across multiple social platforms. So as you can see, we're on the home page of Canva, and it's instantly showing you the diverse range of visual content that you can create. First, we're in the social media category, whether you want to create content for your Instagram posts, Instagram stories, animated social media content. You don't want any static content, you want content that moves and has motion. You can create animated content for social media to appeal to your audience. If you want to create TikTok content, as you know that this has recently emerged as a social media platform that's booming. If you want to create Facebook covers, Facebook post content, blog banner content, blog graphics, YouTube thumbnails, Twitter posts, Pinterest pins, and Facebook ad content, the list goes on and on. Basically, depending on the type of content that you want to create based around your specific end goal, you can create a range of content. That's the main thing that I'm saying here. What you would do is just go to the sidebar and you would click up here, and you can see all the different ranges of content that you have. And depending on what you want to do, you can create that content. To get started, you would just click over here and create your design. But what I'm going to be doing is going through content that I've already created and just discussing how this could align to you as an indie musician right now, and potentially even producers. So the first thing I'm going to do is click over here, and you can see this is just a graphic design that we've created for an artist called Autumn X, a singer-songwriter, and you can see it's for her track called Dreaming of Utopia. You can see this is a simple way of creating graphics based off a track that you've dropped. We've got the cover of the project right here, and then we've also got an image of her, and we've also placed the social media links as well, so people can know where to find her beyond this cover. This is a simple way of just creating basic graphics around the project that you've created, and this is alternative option, because normally what happens is independent musicians will have a piece of work that is accompanied with a video that they create specifically for that single that they've released. But this is another way that you can create extra piece of content that complements that. So if you have template that is aligned to the original piece of content you've created, you can go into Canva and create an extra piece of content. As you can see right here, this is the cover for her Dreaming of Utopia project. But we've then made another piece of content with her in it, so people get familiar with who she is. Has her name there, has the name of the track, and also has her social links. So that's one way you can kind of diversify the content that you can create. And as you can see over here, there's loads of different graphics that you could pick up. So if this isn't the design that you like, you can easily go here, look for something that you do enjoy, and just start playing around with the content and changing it up. You've got elements that you can use to add a little bit more flavor to the images you can create. You can add different types of text, as you can see here, glowing text that has more ranges of colors, layered text, different types of fonts that you can use. But the main aim here is, instead of just creating, cover graphics that is associated to the track that you're releasing, you can go into Canva and create your own bespoke content that is aligned around the track you've released and is more personalized. As you can see by having her image as the background, having a cover of the specific single, Dreaming of Utopia, and having your socials as well so people know where to link back to. So if one of your supporters was to screenshot this image on social media, they know exactly where it came from. Another way that you can improve your social media content is by creating relatable content, or content that you know that your end users are going to engage with. So for example, here we've created a meme based off a popular film called Paid in Full. You can see it's relatable because it relates to what our agency stands for, which is music marketing. You can see here we've used something that people relate to because they know the film Paid in Full. And even if they don't relate to that, then they'll also have the opportunity to relate to the fact that we're talking about owning your data. So if you've been following our indie music marketing agency, you know that we specialize in paid advertising. So you can see here we've made the meme and we've said before and after. So you can see the people here before, they're a little bit lost and hysterical about, not understanding what their data truly is. And after you get the understanding and the education, you now understand that there's a lot of riches in that information. So the point here is that meme content can be really powerful and an alternative way of you leveraging the single that you just dropped. So going into Canva, looking at the type of platform that you want to put this on, and this is created for Instagram, but it doesn't have to just be Instagram. It could be created for Twitter, it could be created for Facebook, created for Pinterest, any other platforms. But the main essence here is to create meme content that is relatable and, people are going to be engaged with it because it's funny as well, or it has something that would draw them in. So that's another way that you can create another pillar of content that is going to attract people towards, the track that you're promoting, instead of just having your cover photo and telling people to drop 1,000 comments. This is a diverse way to get people to actually engage in content that they actually enjoy consuming, instead of trying to force feed them to, click the link in your bio to listen to your music. Meme content can be a powerful way of getting your music out there subtly. The way you could diversify your content is by creating testimonials. Normally this is associated to businesses, but I believe independent musicians and producers are small businesses. So something you can do is look at the feedback that you're getting from the present single that you're trying to promote, taking screenshots of your supporters' comments, the good, the bad, and screenshotting that and turning that into a collage that you put on Canva by uploading it, going over here, clicking this button. And once you've done that, just paste all of that into your Canva creation and put that up on social media, no matter the platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, and use that as a form of promotion for the track that you're putting out there. The reason why I suggest you take screenshots of this is because it builds your credibility. It shows people are reacting to your content, whether it's good or bad, because you're going to have people that love your music and people that don't. And it just gives people more of, I guess, a reality factor of the fact that people are actually listening to your music and consuming it. So testimonials is another option that you can use to get some sort of appeal for your music and to diversify the way you're marketing your music and improving your social media strategy in terms of your content. Using testimonials is another strong way to improve your social media content. So another method to diversify your social media content around your music is by creating lyrical graphics. As you can see here, we've got the artist Ling Hustle. We've created lyrics based off a track that she's got in her catalog. And this is a way that, we can get fans that know about her music already to re-engage with the content, and also get people that have never heard of her music before to read the lyrics, enjoy the lyrics, and wonder where the full track is. And it leads her supporters or people that have just come across her music back to listening to the full track. So this is another way of you diversifying the social media content that you create and getting people to, be engaged in a different type of way. It's not just graphics. We've got actual lyrics here where people can read this content. So this is a quick way for you to create some sort of lyrical content based on your projects that you just put out, or a project that you've put out previously, and get people to actually listen to the full version. So lyrical content is something that is really powerful when it's turned into graphics and posted across your social media platforms. So that's another way you can improve your social media content. So another thing you can do is create quote-based content with questions. And what I mean by that is different from lyrical content. So we're not taking a phrase from an artist's lyrics. What you can do is literally look at your catalog and decide what piece of content you think has some sort of talking points to it, where people will either agree or disagree with the statement that you put out there or the content that you've put out there. In this example, we're going over a Twitter quote from Robbie Starbucks where he's talked about the WAP music video and he's just not agreeing with the type of content that is put out there. And we're asking here, do you agree or is this uncalled for criticism? And it's a way for, you to be able to drive traction back to the original track. Because in this example, people that have never come across the WAP video are going to go and watch it. And people that have already watched it will have a lot to say about this as they're being asked a question. And when people are asked a question, no matter if it's in real life or social media, they're prone to come up with some sort of answer. So it's a way for you to be able to get people to start talking about your project, to improve your social media content, creating content that has a question for people to kind of answer or chime in on is something that you need to consider doing, creating question-based content, as you can see in this direct example. And the last point here to improve your social media content is make sure that you don't stick on the main platforms such as Instagram or Facebook. Make sure that you diversify your social media platforms. So as you can see right here, this is a story graphic that we've created for our YouTube channel that can be posted on Facebook, Instagram, can also be posted on TikTok as well, and it can also be posted across YouTube as well. But it's directing supporters of GRNDX Agency to another platform. So this is something that you can do, and it doesn't have to be static. If we wanted to, we could have animated this by choosing the animated option when creating our graphics on Canva. So the main point here is that there's so many other platforms that you can tap into, such as the Twitters or the Pinterest, if you have those accounts, in order to diversify, your support range and exposure. So don't stick to the normal platforms that you're used to promoting on. Make sure you're paying attention to the other platforms that you've neglected and test them out. Even if you're not going to use them consistently, try them for a week or two just to see how your content performs on there. Create graphics specifically for other platforms besides the most popular ones where you normally put most of your energy. So I would say diversify your content and make sure that you spread it across different platforms to test the performance rates. If you made it this far in this video, make sure that you implement all of the strategies, the 6+ methods that you can use to improve your social media content as an independent musician and even a producer. Going over different ways that you could diversify alternative content instead of using the cover photo related to the latest single that you just dropped. Learning how to use relatable content such as memes. Also going over ways that you can create lyrical content based on the projects that you've produced and turn that into infographics. Looking at ways that you can create question-based content based off the tracks that you've dropped or the videos that you've produced. Looking at ways you can use testimonials as a feature to improve your social media content. These are some of the 6 ways that I've mentioned in this video that you can use to improve your overall social media content as an indie musician or even a producer. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you do. If you're struggling to learn how to access Canva, I've left the link at the bottom where you can access Canva and get started with creating content that is actually going to attract and engage your support base.